In the chaos of World War II, where tanks roared and bombers rained destruction from the skies, a secret American unit waged a very different kind of war. Armed not with rifles, but with rubber, sound effects, and paintbrushes. They confused and deceived the enemy at every turn. Their mission was top secret, their tactics unconventional, and their success nearly unbelievable. This is the story of the Ghost Army, a group of artists, actors, and sound engineers who turned deception into a battlefield weapon. And for decades, no one even knew they existed. In 1944, as Allied forces prepared to push deeper into Nazi-occupied Europe, the U.S. Army assembled a special unit under absolute secrecy, the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops. Comprised of just over 1,100 men, this unit was unlike any other. Recruited from art schools, advertising agencies, and Hollywood sound studios, the Ghost Army's mission was to mislead, misdirect, and manipulate German forces. Their tools? Inflatable tanks, fake radio transmissions, elaborate sound effects, and even costume changes. They weren't trained to fight, they were trained to fool, and they became masters of the art. The Ghost Army had four main techniques of deception: visual illusions. Inflatable tanks, jeeps, and artillery pieces were set up to mimic entire divisions. From the sky or afar, they looked entirely real. Sonic deception. Using massive speakers mounted on half-tracks, they blasted pre-recorded battle sounds, tanks rolling, bridge building, troop movements, across several miles. Radio deception. Skilled operators impersonated real units' radio traffic, mimicking communication styles down to personal quirks to confuse enemy interceptors. Atmospheric illusions. Soldiers dressed in the uniforms of other divisions visited local towns and spread false information to feed German spies with misleading intelligence. These deceptions were often used to draw enemy attention away from actual operations, giving Allied troops a strategic edge without ever firing a shot. Perhaps the Ghost Army's most daring act came during Operation Elephant in March 1945. Their goal: convince German forces that the U.S. Ninth Army was preparing to cross the Rhine River 30 miles north of the real location. Using over 600 inflatable decoys, faked radio chatter, and sound effects, they staged an entire phantom army. German scouts and reconnaissance planes fell for it completely. The real Ninth Army crossed the Rhine almost unopposed, saving countless lives and accelerating the Allied advance into Germany. The Ghost Army's illusion had worked to perfection. The Ghost Army conducted over 20 deception missions across Europe, playing a vital but invisible role in the Allied victory. And yet, their contributions remained classified for decades. Only in the 1990s did the full story begin to surface, thanks to surviving veterans and declassified records. Today, they're honored not just as soldiers, but as innovators, creative minds who used art and illusion to save lives and reshape battles. They proved that sometimes the most powerful weapon isn't brute force, it's imagination. And now, their legacy lives on, not just in museums or documentaries, but in the very idea that war, even at its worst, has room for creativity, mischief, and brilliance.